guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing another Total War Warhammer Battle Replay. So as you can see, I've got the vampire counts with me, as you can tell by all the graveguard. You know, lack of skin generally means they're undead. So yeah, so this should be a fun one. I'm against the Dwarfs, and so I picked the vampire counts because actually the Dwarfs do have a lot of good things to combat the vampire counts with. Because you know they're pretty resilient, like they take a beating, so they can last a long time. So, you know, they're not easily overwhelmed. And the fact they got, you know, Slayers that are really good for taking out, you know, sort of Vargolfs and stuff like that. And, you know, they usually bring Runesmiths, which are a massive, like, disadvantage for me. Because obviously I've got Khan Wraiths, which is a very bold pick on, you know, for me here. If he didn't have any Runesmiths, these guys would just clean up. It would take so much to get rid of them. But well, they do. So I've got a front line of Graveguard, I've got a couple of Khan Wraiths. They're led by Vlad von Carstein, Vlad the Dad, and also I've got a Necromancer as well. Again, bit of a risk putting him on a corpse cart, but I like the extra buffs that it can do. So I thought, yeah, why not? I'll risk it. So a few risky moves here. And also, I've got a couple of Vargolfs here. So a couple of puppies. And yeah, so they should be going in as well. And he actually meets me. He comes to charge, which I think is very bold. I think it's very cool. But why waste time? So here he's got front line of Dwarf Warriors, and I've got the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass as well, very good against the undead there. And, you know, very good against like Crypt Horrors, stuff like that. I didn't bring any Crypt Horrors today, though, which is a bit rare for me. He's got Ungrim Iron Fist leading, so great anti-large, and he's got 3 lots of Slayers, and then he's got these 3 ranges of great weapons. One of them's Ulthar's Raiders. And he's got the 2 Runesmiths, so very formidable, and of course he's got the Grumbling Guard to keep everyone fresh, which is great if you're fighting the undead, you know, with all their crazy regeneration. So yeah, my plan here was to pretty much just spam zombies all day. Obviously I couldn't see these guys, but I just wanted to get as much clutter in here as possible, and stop these Slayers from really being able to do anything. So, because, you know, they will chop through zombies very, 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 very quickly, but if they, you know, if I get in the way of them, then they can't get my large units, which is really good. And also, if they have any ranged units, it's very useful. And rangers do have to get close to be able to hit. So here, though, you'll see, I do actually have a couple of Graveguard being able to go straight for their Slayers, which is rubbish for Slayers. That is not good. That is not a good matchup at all for them. I mean, the Slayers will do some damage, but, you know, Graveguard are a lot cheaper. So here you can see he's got marked by Ulthar, and he's being pummeled by everything. So I get an invocation and a heck on him. I've got some zombies wrapping up, you know, a couple of units back here. But he's got Slayers trying to chew through them, get Ulthar's Raiders back in the game. And so here you can see I'm just trying to choke these Rangers down and try and keep my Necromancer alive. But it's really tough for him. You know, he's a large target, really easy to hit. And yeah, these guys hit like trucks. So it should be really interesting. So here, coming with my Vargolfs in the back. As you can see, I did actually peel off my Khan Wraiths because I wanted to keep them back a bit while his Runesmiths, you know, were around. I wanted to get them in the thick of it. Hopefully, get these guys without, you know, him noticing so much. And see, there you go. So he's used his Rune of Wrath and Ruins already. So now I can get my Khan Wraiths in a bit more safely. And you know, they got Terror, which is great. So as I start doing some damage to these guys, should really help. Here, though, you can see he's got some Slayers left over, and he has got them on the Vargolf. And this Vargolf is under fire, so I see that, get more zombies on him, you know, try and pin them down as much as I can. These Slayers got absolutely trashed as well, so that's great news for me. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of damage to their, you know, key anti-large units, but my Vargolfs have taken some damage. So I managed to keep my Necromancer alive, which is great news for me. I got Vlad in here, but against Ungrim, one-on-one, he won't survive that. He will not survive a one-on-one against Ungrim. So that's a bit worrying. So you will see he'll start taking a lot of damage. Luckily I do notice just in time. So here, still trying to chase down these Ulthar's Raiders. I just can't have these guys firing. So here, you know, I've got this Vargolf trying to chase him down, but he's got Slayers in here, and that's not good. So I got my Khan Wraiths to move on through, because, you know, forget the Dwarf Warriors, my Graveguard can handle it. So I charge in the Khan Wraiths to try and, you know, pin all these guys down. Slayers won't do great against Khan Wraiths because they've got the physical resist, so that's really good. You know, they don't get the benefit they're anti-large, so that's good. Obviously I don't get to terrify them because they're unbreakable, but still, it gives my Vargolf some space, which is very vital. Here you can see front line starting to break. Amazing how long they stood up to that, actually. So now there is a Rune of Wrath and Rune going down to my Khan Wraiths, that will do a lot of damage. Here, we managed to get Vlad out. He is so damaged, and I don't have the Winter Magic to be able to use an invocation to heck. But you can see a lot of his line is starting to collapse around the place. I've got my Vargolf on a... oh no, I don't yet, but I will get the Vargolf on his Runesmith. try and get some serious damage on him, because the quicker I can get rid of the runesmiths, the less they can use their runes, and yeah, so they'll get less value out of them. So it's good to try and take them out, and you know, they will stay and fight pretty much till the end if the general's still going. So yeah, definitely get rid of him. Luckily though, he gets terrified, so that's really good news. So I get a couple of free hits on him. Here, trying to get the other runesmith as well with my other Vargolf. Obviously, you need to keep away from Ungrim, and unfortunately, his rangers are back, so that's annoying. But the rangers over here are getting pretty chewed up by the Khan raids, so that's good. So still a couple of slayers knocking around here and there, so still need to worry about them. Get my Vargolf over here to deal with the you know, the rangers again. Another Rune of Wrath and Ruin comes down to my Khan wraiths, so that's always a worry. But hopefully I'll be able to finish off those slayers. Here you can see Vlad's getting chased, so I charge him away. He is quicker on foot than these guys. And then he disconnects, which I think is a real shame, because, well, I think he disconnected. It took ages to have this victory screen come up. I was just watching it, everything stood still for a while. So I don't know if he I don't know, disconnected, if he had a, you know, accidental disconnect. I'm not sure, honestly. Or maybe, I don't know, he alt-tabbed and they've managed to work out how to recognise that, so it gave me the victory. I'm not sure, honestly. But I think he could still have won that, just about. Because, you know, he had Ungrim, who was obviously unbreakable. He still had, you know, Grumbling Guard and things in here. You know, I was running out of Grave Guard and I had no Winter Magic, so I couldn't have got them back. And, yeah, if he managed to keep his Runesmith safe, then he could have taken out the Khan Wraiths very easily. So, I don't know. I don't know, actually. Yeah, and like with Vlad so damaged, it would have taken, you know, if he managed to get his rangers there for one volley on Vlad would have killed him. And, you know, that would have been huge. I would have got a lot of stuff starting to crumble after that. Especially with my Necromancer damaged as well. If he'd waded Ungrim through to get my Necromancer as well. Yeah, I was in a lot of trouble. But, yeah, the match ended. So that's a bit of a pity, I think. But what can you do? So we see here, you know, Slayers, some of them, 272 kills. That is just nonsense. I just constantly put zombies down on top of them. So, so that was great. That was obviously the one in the middle. So he was helping out his rangers with those Slayers. So just constantly getting rid of those zombies to free these guys up again. So very well used, I think, those Slayers. It's nice to get them on large units, but just for killing trash very, very quickly, it's vital. But obviously made a huge mistake with his Slayers that were on the wings, actually just sending them in against Graveguard. That was dangerous. So you can see, you know, even kills across the board, really. One of my Khan Wraiths didn't get a huge amount of kills. They spent most of the time just chasing people about, I think. But, you know, it's alright. Vlad did a bit crap, to be honest. But he was alive, and that's all really Vampire Lords have to do. Just stay alive. And same with the Necromancer. So the Necromancer would have got a lot of healing on everybody. That would have been great. So it was pretty cool. You know, Ungrim and his Runesmiths did fairly well. I mean, not a lot of kills, but obviously they did a lot of HP damage with the Rune of Wrath and Ruins. But he should have saved them up for the Khan Wraiths, I think. Although it does recharge fairly quickly, so I think I just timed it well, charging these guys in just after he'd used the runes. So, so yeah, pretty fun battle. Grumbling Guard did great as well, 98 kills. Pretty solid. And yeah, a lot of kills here as well. So yeah, Rangers did well. But with the short range, it is very tough. You've got to keep them protected. And, I mean, he did a fairly good job of that. But, yeah, if he had 2 more units of Slayers back there, he could cleave through the zombies much quicker, and I couldn't have just chased after them with my Vargolfs. So, you know, he would have been a lot safer. So, a few mistakes. But, yeah, good game. Good game. Shame it ended prematurely. So, thanks, Ravenheart Artemis. That was a fun one. Hopefully see you again on ladder soon. And, hopefully be able to, you know, play a whole match. And, guys, if you enjoyed this, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.